look, the baseball season, we're still a few months away from this thing. Actually, I guess a couple months away, less than 2 months away, when pitchers and catchers report in good old February. But Joc Pederson, the announcement, we've known for about a week and a half, give or take, whatever it's been, that he was going to be your newest Texas Ranger, but it was made official today. And by the way, P.J. Washington with another 3. But Joc Pederson, tell you what, came in guns blazing, not worried about the crosstown rival or about what's going on in the AL West.
Played the Astros a couple times in the World Series, and they put together a nice little run, and it's coming to an end, and it's time for us to take over the West. And so, like I said, there's lots of things that are going in the right direction for the Rangers to be on top of this division. And I don't know, you talk to a lot of teams, they want to win the World Series and do this stuff like at the start. And I told CY, all we got to do is get to the playoffs. You let Bochy do what Bochy does in the playoffs, it usually comes well. And then, you add in a sprinkle of Seager in there, and next thing you know, we're all walking around with more rings. So it's gonna happen. We got a lot of work ahead of us, but we're not lacking in the details that prepare us every day, that is going to make it consistently a reoccurring theme.
I'm a fan.
It's hard not to like.
I'm a fan.
I'm going to be honest. It's you don't hear that from baseball guys very often.
He was very well spoken. Kind of put his thoughts together. Not saying you don't hear that from baseball guys, but Joc Pederson.
Most of them talk like cavemen. I'm amazed he could put a sentence or two together. Here come the texts. What do you got a problem with cavemen suddenly? You bastard. You love to hear that. And Joc Pederson's a guy who's got pelts on the wall.
Like, it just didn't seem like that question caught him off guard. Like, hey, I've been looking at the Rangers. I know what I could bring. Like, I'm glad it sounded like a prepared answer, but it was still human. But it sounds like he knew, like, this was calculated. This wasn't like, oh, Rangers traded for me. Okay, I guess I'll be in the lineup wherever. He's like, no, you got this guy. Get us in the playoffs. He knows how the division's been playing out, and I love the little smack talk to the Astros as well. He's going to fit right in.
Well, and he's got a special kind of disdain for the Astros, considering he played them. He played against them. I think he was on that 2017 team. Yeah, so he's played against them twice. Now he's won one World Series against them, and he's lost another one. Of course, the one he lost was in 2017. But the thing about Joc Pederson, let's call it what it is. Joc Pederson, since 2020, has played with 5 different teams. All right? So Joc Pederson is very much a hired gun at this point of his career. All right? But the thing about being a hired gun when you're 32 years old and you're a lefty and you've got a World Series under your belt, so you kind of know what you're doing, all right? There's nothing that he's going to see as a Texas Ranger that he hasn't already seen before.
Correct.
And
I think he just covers up some of your blemishes. Like you needing, we have to have Garcia come back to have that power. We need Corey Seager to do this. Like, Jake Berger and Joc Pederson give you a little bit of okay, if these guys are a little slow coming out, we've got guys that are, even on their worst days, are batting 260. Like, are giving you a little bit more pop in your lineup. So
Agreed.
I'm a huge fan of them bringing in that reassurance. CY did the same thing with the bullpen this offseason. Yeah. You could say they have a lot of starting arms. They got a lot of young guys that are going to kind of assume those positions. But I think CY was like, I don't want to have a situation like last year where Jacob Latz is my only lefty in the bullpen. Like, we're going to have 4, 5, 6 veterans in here. Now, if some young guy overtakes them, great. Well, I didn't pay them a lot. These weren't the number one guy on the market. But if they don't, and he's not preparing for them to do, he's got great backup options. And then in Joc Pederson and Jake Berger, great options day one of the lineup.
They are. You almost kind of get the sense that, he's kind of got like this Nico Harrison approach to the way they're like, look, we learned last year, okay, we were a little shorthanded in the bullpen, a little shorthanded as far as sticks were concerned, and that ain't going to happen this year.
It's not.
Right? And
we'll go over the luxury tax, which they did.
Which we're willing to throw a little money out there. And again, I think that this team, knowing what you got with Bruce Bochy, knowing that, again, and it's such a weird deal, the fact that, and again, the numbers don't lie, that this dude every other year is going to win a world, has proven that he can win World Series. And so, Joc Pederson knows that.
He said, time to join the Rangers.
Absolutely. And again, like I said, I'll go back to the fact that this is a guy who knows what it takes to win a World Series. He's been he's performed at the highest stage. He's played well at the highest stage, and so that's the beauty of adding a guy like a Joc Pederson. Because, and again, the best part about it too, outside of the fact that of his production and what he's capable of, baseball's a mental sport as much as anything, right? And so having a guy that, again, a slump's not going to worry about him. All right, give him his ABs, give him his, whether he's in the field, whether he's DH and whatever it is. All right, this might be my favorite pickup of the offseason.
Let's go. And he's a secret teammate. You're getting good vibes in there.
Exactly. They know each other from back in the day. So
I like what I heard so far. So Tolo's 877-881-1053, the Franklin Franco injury attorney text line. Let us know how you're feeling with this Rangers lineup, especially as far as this batting order is set up right now. You got Berger in there.
You just need a closer now.
Just need a closer and a setup man.
Yeah.
If you get those two, it seems like most of the other holes have been fixed, and you're hoping.
Is Simeon going to bounce back? I mean, you could literally ask that of the entire baseball team short of Corey Seager.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, and Josh Young.
Smith. I was going to say
right.
Josh Smith.
Or Josh Smith. I'm sorry, Josh Smith.
Who right now isn't even in the lineup.
I mean, where's he? Exactly. Like, this guy is fighting for his life out here. So, you got to like the job that Chris Young's done. This is a team that is not resting on its laurels. They're not, they're not kind of in this,
way to use our word, resting on your laurels.
Tell you what.
I got you.
You got a bell? Okay. Which apparently we had a texter that didn't know what tongue-in-cheek meant, so that just means...
Add it to the idiom list?
Add it to the list. Add it to the list. We'll do that for extra credit on Thursday.
Idioms and adages. I wasn't calling you an idiot. It's an idiom. I just want to make sure.
I knew. I know. I know you're not the text line today, so trust me. But no, whereas a year ago, last offseason, the Cowboys said they were going all in. And we saw what that looked like, and of course, they moved the goalposts. Well, that meant that we were going to re-sign, CD and Dak. That's what all in meant. All right, thanks. CY has gone all in.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, if we want to, you want to know what all in looks like, Jerry? See Exhibit A and B what the Rangers and the Mavericks have done. Okay, that's what all in looks like.